Alan McCauley at Pray It Up in Syracuse, New York. We're talking about our heads. What can we do to get our head in the game? And I just talked about 30 things to not do. And then this author said, everyone started writing him and say, well, what should we do? Hello, let's have another article. And he says, remember today, for it is the beginning. Today marks the start of a brave new future. My mother would always start a diet on January 1. And she would have like a little book. And she'd write down breakfast, egg, 1 slice of toast, lunch. And then she'd write down lunch and she'd write down dinner. And then she'd maybe do January 2nd. And then she'd put the book away, and then the next year on January 1, she'd say, hey, don't I have a book that I started last year? And then she'd get it out. Have we done that? Have we always said, well, January 1, I'm going to do it? We need to do it now. Also, start spending time with the right people. I really love the people in this group. I mean, truly love. A passion, a love for you. Start facing your problems. I talked about this. Make your own happiness a priority. And the thing is, we think happiness has to be when you're at your goal weight, or when you go to Acapulco, or when you travel all across the world, or when you win the lottery. We can be happy right now. I want everyone to say with me, I am happy. I am happy. I am. I'm happy. Act as if you wake up in the morning and say, Lord, thank you for this day. I am happy. Also, live in the present. We had a whole session on living in the present. And you must love who you are, or no one else will love you. No one will love you if you don't love yourself. God says love others as you love yourself. I like being Ellen McCauley. I can look at the past and look at all the mistakes and sins I've made, but Maya Angelou even said, when I was young, I did what I did, but I didn't know any better, and now I act differently because I do know better. I paraphrase you, Maya, God bless you. But it's true. We act differently because we know better now. Also, either you succeed or learn something, even if you fail. Like, I tried the keto diet. It didn't work for me. I didn't care for it. And I learned something from it. I discovered a few new foods. You have to try things and experiment with them. Also, start competing against an earlier version of yourself. I like that. Try to break your own personal records. I'm big on that. You know, I did 10,000 steps forever. And then I said, well, you know what? I'm going to 15,000. And then I did 15,000 for a couple of years. And now I'm going to 20. And I work. I do pray it off. But I get up at 4:30 in the morning. And that's why I'm not having a 9:30 snack, because I'm in bed. I want to mention also that I talked to someone this week who was having some real anxiety problems. And they're like, do you think I need to go to a counselor? Do you think I need medication? And I said, you know what? I suffered a great deal with anxiety my whole life. Still do, but it's under control. And I said, you know, the only thing that worked for me, I went to counseling. I tried medication. You know, the only thing that worked for me, and this person who knows me extremely well said, yeah, I know, God. And I said, but it's true. It's true. It wasn't until I started saying the rosary every day, reading the Bible every day, doing the Pray It Off group for other people. God said He'd help me if I helped other people. I think that if we decide that we're going to help our table mates, God will help us. I look for a silver lining in every tough situation. I look at how I struggled for at least 5 of these 12 years, gaining some weight, not being able to lose weight. And I think there's a silver lining there, because I might have quit. If I did a rapid descent from 371 to the 160s, I think I might have said, you know what, I'm busy, I'm tired. Maybe someone else will do Pray It Off. But I think God wanted me to continue doing it, and learning and helping. And he knows now that it's on my heart. And there was a silver lining in that tough situation. I'm finally learning to forgive myself. I was tempted a few times this week to remember some bad things that happened in my life. And I said, nope, not going to go there. Just stop it. Not going to go there. Also, listening to that inner voice. My inner voice never shuts up. So sometimes I just want to listen to my inner voice being quiet. So that's what I'm trying to do. Also, the beauty in the small moments. I can't tell you how much beauty there is in the small moments. When you have a cup of coffee, and I gave up creamer. I never thought I could, but I did. And just being accountable for your own life. The mind must believe it can do something before it is capable of actually doing it. So many people in the room do not think they can lose weight and keep it off. If you believe that, you're just setting yourself up for failure. One thing I always had was hope. I always had hope. I thought I could maybe do it and keep trying. Hope is a gift from God. Ask Him for that. I am going to read the final statement because I love it. Henry David Thoreau once said, "Wealth is the ability to fully experience life." There are rich people who are miserable. Even when times are tough, it's always important to keep things in perspective. You didn't go to sleep hungry last night. You didn't sleep outside. You had a choice of what clothes to wear. You hardly broke a sweat today. Unless maybe you're my husband who has a very hot job. You didn't spend a minute in fear. You have access to clean drinking water. You have access to medical care. You have access to the internet. You can read. Some might say you are incredibly wealthy. So remember to be grateful for all the things you do have. And I'm going to stop there, Bob.